Hey everyone, okay, I'm going to be going through and giving my thoughts on the Temptu airbrush system. Now this is the one that I bought from the iMats. Now I bought the rechargeable base one, but it comes with options whether or not you want a rechargeable base. And I also bought this attachment. It comes with it on some models and it doesn't on others. I got one that you can kind of take off so I can use a standard airbrush gun. It comes in this sort of stand holder as well that you get with it. It's all very sleek and, you know, incredibly gorgeous looking. Airbrushes of course make a noise, so they're not the kind of thing you want to do in a flat if you're getting ready really early in the morning because you'll disturb your neighbours, but they do give amazing results. They come with what's called AirPods, which look like this. This is AirPods filled with blushers and highlighters. They do foundation shades. So what I'm going to do is give you the pros and cons of this product, and we'll start with the pros. The system itself looks great, and it really does. And the Temptu rechargeable base is just wonderful. You can plug your own gun into it. It lasts for ages. It's a wonderful piece of kit. The pods themselves, the makeup absolutely does last on the skin, and what I did yesterday was spray my skin with it. Then a couple of hours later I washed my face, and I used a flannel around the outside, but all around this side, even though I'd used cleanser, still had the product on the skin. It really does last and last, so that's a wonderful thing. The other thing is it's great to have pods of colour. It's convenient. You don't have to clean your gun out all the time, and the cleaning of the gun is annoying, there's no doubt about it. The airbrush foundations are slightly larger in size, and they contain a host of shades. Almost all of them are yellow based, apart from a couple of the lighter shades in the sort of middle range. They're a little bit more cool based, but most of them are very warm. So if you've got a lot of yellow in your skin, you're going to be very pleased. Now, in terms of the cons, the pods themselves are quite expensive, and you don't get a huge amount of product. Now, if you think that the AirPods, if you think that the original Temptu airbrush makeup contained 30 mils of product for sort of 20 something dollars, maybe a little bit more. These contain 12 mils. So it's not a lot of product when you look at it that way. Now, the other difference is, and this is where the whole thing was a little bit naughty. I actually went to the iMats. One of the reasons was the sole reason to pick these up. Before I went there, I emailed the company to say, is the formula in the pods, for the Pro Pods, the same formula that is in the SB Foundation, your original one? And they said, yes, it is. And I have that email, and it isn't. This is the exact same formula that they use with their home kit, because they have the Pro store and their kind of home store. This is the same one. It is not the same formula. The same formula is thicker and has no scent to it. These have a very strong floral scent, which I cannot bear. I don't like scent, and I don't understand scent in products when it's the #1 cause of reactions on the skin and irritation, so I'll never understand that. So it's very naughty that I was told that these were the Pro formula, and they are not. So I was a bit disappointed. The wear is still phenomenal. Another con to them is that because they're silicone in water and they are pretty much like a mixture of half and half, they take a long time to dry down. So if you were to spray your face and then say powder the inner part of your face, you will have problems. It will move the makeup. You need to let it sit on the skin for a bit and kind of climatize and dry down before you can do any of that sort of stuff. So that's a negative, but the finish is wonderful. Now, this is where I won't get into trouble because this is mine. I can say what I want, but I will say that there are ways around the expense of these pods, but if you do this, you will void your warranty without a doubt. And I can imagine that the company will 100% say they do not recommend this at all. The pods come with a little kind of tube here. And you open this tube and it allows the air to flow in. Oh, actually, before I talk, there's the other problem with it is that when you load it in and you press down on this lever and push it in, sometimes, not all the time, it can be problematic to get the needle to move in and out. This happened the very first time I got it, so it can be problematic. So you undo this little nozzle here, and you then load it into the gun. Now Yabi do this wonderful little system cool, I don't know what it's called, but it's a like refillable makeup. And it comes with little tubes and it comes with a syringe. And the syringe you put into your foundation, pull it up, and then you insert it into here. I have emptied one of these completely of the product that came with it and refilled it using this syringe and the original Temptu makeup. So I put this in and pulled it up, and then I pushed the tip of this into the nozzle, and then I very, very gently poured in the original liquid. I then fastened it up, give it a shook, and I popped it in the machine, and it sprayed out the foundation absolutely perfectly. There is no doubt that the company will say that this is not advisable. You could break it, you could harm it, a whole host of things. I'm not telling you to do it, I'm just saying I did it. And I will continue to do it because I prefer the original formula to this, but this formula is lovely. The blushes are wonderful. The shade range, particularly Sunset Glow Highlighter, which is this shade here, is really, really nice. And I will do a demonstration. If people ask me for a full demonstration of how this looks on the skin, I'll do that for you, no problem. So that's pretty much my review. It's a wonderful system and I'm really glad I got it. I'm a bit disappointed that I was told these formulas were pro, as in the old SB line, and they're not. They are the new one. I'm disappointed in the fragrance. But otherwise, I'm really pleased. And what I have done is that I've used Makeup Atelier Paris also in another one of these, which is their HD formula, which you can use by hand or by gun, and it's amazing. But this system is amazing. It's a great system, but there are problems with it, of course, as there are with most systems. But if you're going to use a syringe like the one from Yabi, and that is the one I recommend because you don't want real needles, be careful with it. If you go, it's going to go everywhere, so you have to take your time to pop the liquid through. You can only use airbrush foundation through the pods. Don't be popping in your Makeup Forever or your Hourglass. It's too thick, it will clog, it will not go through. Airbrush foundation is much thinner in consistency. That's why it works. Again, this is what I did. It's my system, so I can kind of say what I want, but it's up to you. But if you break it, don't blame me. Just saying that you can if you want to. There you go. That's my review. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.